There's really only a few things that can get me out of bed at 4 a.m. I suppose that one of those things would be a coffee crawl with a close group of friends. Or maybe a breakfast date with a cute girl. But one thing that I'll always wake up for is a mountain summit. This particular morning, after my cup of coffee, my roommate Ryan, myself, and my friend Zach were headed to San Bernardino Trailhead. This trail would take us up to a final altitude just over 10,600 feet with a total elevation gain of 4,800 feet over 16.5 miles. Here we are at the trailhead, hearts full of hope and eager to see the summit. After the first mile or so, we had really begun to find our rhythm, and with nearly perfect weather, we were ready to shed our jackets, take a drink of water, and press on up the trail. And with company like this, well, our spirits were in great shape.
Did you know on the new iPhone 11, take a portrait mode of my face? I'm 5 feet.
What more could you ask for? It's clean air, the thrill of adventure, and laughter at every turn. It was just awesome.
Creatine.
Wow.
Is that the good stuff?
Okay, you have to send me the link to that. That feels great.
How many miles did you say just now?
4.25.
4.25 miles in, according to the Apple Watch. Taking a little snack break here. Ryan, snack of choice.
Almonds, sausage sticks.
Nice. Sausage sticks? It's pocket pep sausage sticks. This guy's got some crazy stuff. Got myself special K-bar. About to have a little bit of peanut butter pretzels. Delicious. Zach, snack of choice.
Italian sandwich.
So we got a lot of elevation to gain. So we're looking forward to that. So, as they say up north, pitter patter.
Let's get at her.
Woo! Hey, what's up? Oh, that's yours. I thought mine was yours. Oh, yes! Yes!
I don't know.
Can you see me?
Say hi to the vlog.
I can't see you.
Can't see me.
No, it's just black.
Oh, it's Kona.
That's the time of the dark.
Look at
Sorry for waking you up, Dad. Anyways, with our hunger at bay, we got back on the trail. You feeling good?
What?
Feeling
Oh,
good?
no, I'm fine.
Let's summit this thing. Let's summit it!
Let's summit!
Woo! This was it. This is why we decided to wake up at an ungodly hour and submit our bodies and spirits to the will of the mountain. We get to be out here with the scent of pine and the warm sun shining on our faces, experiencing the excitement of getting closer to the summit with every step. We get to be out here seeing what most people in LA don't get to and probably won't ever get to see. We get to be out here with our friends, sharing an incredible experience together, and knowing that when it's all said and done, we'll have a great story to tell all of our friends who slept in. But even with nearly ideal conditions, that feeling couldn't last the whole way up.
It's going to be high-intensity fitness training is what we're going to be tracking today.
That's what we're calling it?
Outdoor run.
That's what you're calling this?
Open goal.
I'm gonna put leisurely stroll on.
Going for a brisk walk.
You see, that's what we thought at the trailhead. But this is the reality of where we were at mentally and physically on our way up the mountain.
Spread out just a little bit, side to side.
I don't think we're the level of physical fitness in which we compose for your little video shoot. While we're just trying to climb up a mountain and just stagger a little bit. My body is staggering. Next time we go on this hike, we're bringing other obese people.
Ready to curse God yet?
Not yet.
All right.
God is still on my side. One more of those little climbs like we just did though, and oh.
My cheeks are bro. Stop laughing.
Unfortunately, Zach's condition continued to worsen the higher up we got. Zach, what's going on?
That tree's shrinking.
What do you mean it's shrinking?
It's going like this. It's like shrinking, Ant-Man, you know?
So the plants are shrinking.
Yes.
Well, we might lose Zach to elevation sickness.
Really coming up the elevation, feeling it in our lungs, Zach especially, in his eyeballs as well.
Yeah, I suppose we should have eased Zach into hiking a bit more before this level of hike. Sorry, dude. But Zach wasn't the only one to feel the effects of the mountain. Ryan got hit pretty hard as well. Nauseated, lightheaded, and unsure how to remedy this feeling, we took a break to collect ourselves. And with the help of Google, some electrolytes, and 30 ounces of water, we discovered Ryan was just a little dehydrated, so we pressed on. But that mountain high had dwindled. Still hopeful, but a bit beat down, we really got to appreciate the sheer intensity of the wild. Out here, subject to Mother Nature, hoping we brought enough food, water, and supplies to make it back with only a few scratches. Our feet began to ache, our packs feel heavier than ever, and you really begin to question, just ever so slightly, why you got out of bed so early. But then, you find that second wind.
And I downed about 30 ounces of water. You know who's feeling fucking amazing right now? Ryan. I'm here. Let's fucking summit this bitch.
I've never met a more extra human being in my life.
There's a lot of curses.
And I've met a lot of extra people. This is the last bit of the summit. This is the steepest part. Also the most painful. Emotionally, physically. I gotta stop talking. Just out of breath. Oh, there's a geocache. Here it is. That's the proof. It's not put in, but that's the proof. Just dizzy because you just exerted yourself for an insane amount of time.
Yeah, just a lot of exertion. Hey, man.
Hey. Hey. You guys made it.
We did indeed.
Awesome.
Great. I have no idea which lens to look at. So I'm like looking in the middle of all of them.
Well, gang, we've made it. We're at the top. San Bernardino Peak.
Yeah, what kind of food do you guys want to get when we get back down? Meat, just meat. That was it, guys. Yeah, run back and forth this thing. I'm done. Camera's going away. GG. Enjoy the rest of the video. The summit was everything we'd hoped it to be. Clear skies, refreshing drinks, and just getting to enjoy the achievement with one another. We'd made it. However, that mountain wasn't done with us yet. While it was quite literally an uphill battle, the way up still has the shimmering hope of the summit to keep you going. And the way down is always a mental battle more than a physical one. You're fairly exhausted, there's no grand achievement to drive you forward, and the conversations are fewer and further in between, leaving you alone with your thoughts. With every steep step down the mountain is another steep step down into your own mind. And if you're not careful, all the time in your head can drive you a little crazy. So Ryan has officially lost it.
Why I put up with this. My eye really hurts. I'm out of water and my body is going into shutdown because I hate hiking. Yes, I do. I hate hiking. How about you, Zach? Not making
No, really fine. It's going well. Unfortunately, that was the end of the joy and the conversation of our hike. Ryan's words from earlier in the day echoed in our mind.
like the hardest part of a trail is the first mile and the last mile.
Or in this case, the last 5 miles. And as cliche as it was, he was right. The sun was getting low, Zach was trying to figure out how much further we had till we got back to the trailhead, and Ryan was suffering from snow blindness in his right eye. We were exhausted. The mountain had relentlessly taken its toll on us. And we still had 3 miles to go. Zach had just ran out of water, and Ryan had ran out about 2 miles before that. With our spirits officially broken, these next few miles were walked in complete silence and darkness. The darkness was overwhelming. Without the light of the moon to brighten our spirits and to light our path, the only hope we had was the faint light coming from our headlamp, which at times didn't even seem bright enough to make it back without tripping. But in these agonizing moments is where you truly learn something profound about yourself. You see, that's what mountains do. They break you physically and mentally for the first 90% of the trail. And it's in that last 10%, just when it all seems pointless, it brings it all back together into something wondrous and leaves you better than when you started this journey. And then we see it, the glimmer of a license plate reflecting from our headlamps. We had made it back. Where are your keys at?
It's in my backpack.
Yeah.
In the top zipper.
Okay. Arriving back at the car, we felt an overwhelming sense of relief. Everything hurt, and we knew it would for a few days. But we also know that in those few days, we'd be able to reflect on this epic journey with a smile. Because even though we went through hell and back, we did it together. We conquered San Bernardino, all 16 and a half miles of it. And that's just a feeling that you can't get any other way.
That would be fun. That would be a good story to tell when we get down. So.